Hi, I'm Samuel, and this is Duty. Have you signed up for the launch of There's an Alien in My Toilet on Kickstarter? I hope that you do. It's gonna be a hilarious ride. The link is in the summary. See you there.
What's up, yo? We're having some technical difficulties. I think George went into a wrong hold on one second. Copy. This is the boys are back. Hold on one second. Welcome to Catch the Craze podcast. I'm trying to get George over here. I don't know where he went. I think he went to Barbados. But I'm sending him another link. George, I just sent you another link. This is your host, Sam the Crazy Man Vera, and I'm flying this ship solo until George gets here. There he goes. There he goes. Where'd you go?
What do you mean where I went? You went to the thing you sent me yesterday. Yes, silly
I sent you this one yesterday.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You just sent it to me right now, bro.
No,
you better send this to Anibal, dog.
I did. Arroyos Capoyos?
I'm gonna forward this to him just in case.
It's the same exact one. You're horrible. You know what it is? I sent you a bunch. Did you click on the right one?
No, you said we'll talk about this off air, buddy. All right, I'm gonna cut you off air, buddy. Now let's do. Are we live? What's going on?
Well. What's up, George? What's going on in the House of Craze today?
This nonsense is going on in the House of Craze today. This. We are live. Let's do it.
Let's do it. That's right. I didn't put my intro. Let's get it. Where the hell is it? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong stuff. See, you got me all jacked up. Intro.
We are the only show for independents all around, giving you a platform to spread your word all over town. Catch the Craze is the place to promote to your fans with the dream of Medina and Sam the Crazy Man. Subscribe to our show and never miss an episode. It's time to get your mans, listen to us on the go. Updated every week, we never miss a day. Join the squad, come on in. It's time to catch the Craze. If you are an independent, catch the Craze. Making moves on your own, catch the Craze. On your grind in the streets, catch the Craze. Join the movement, catch the Craze.
Yeah, George, we did it again. Come on now. You know you want to do it. Catch the Craze. Welcome to Catch the Craze podcast. I'm your host with the most, Sam the Crazy Man Vera, and I am with
George the Dreamer Medina. What's happening, everyone? Welcome to another exciting episode of Catch the Craze. We are live. It is the first Wednesday of the month. That means that we are live and just chilling, hanging. We're going to be talking to Anibal Arroyo. He's making his comeback tonight. We're going to be talking about a topic that I think is near and dear to us indies, and it has to do with Robert Kirkman. So we're going to be tackling that in a few. But welcome, everyone. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. We have shows every Friday that pre-recorded. We also do Tuesdays and Wednesdays live shows. Sammy has arrived. Oh, you didn't even use that, dude. And so we have all of that going on. So if you guys like that kind of stuff, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, the bell, all that other fun stuff. But Sammy's got new sound effects. He's got all kinds of cool stuff. So let's get to it, man. What's going on, Sam? What you doing, dog?
What's going on in the House of Craze? Yo, so before we begin,
yes,
we do want to just acknowledge the fact that we lost one of our brethren, a very special person, Meredith Lundgren, the part 1 of 2 of Raging Cajun, the Laverne and Shirley. She's the Laverne of the Shirley twins. Unfortunately, she lost her battle, and we lost her. And so we just wanted to take the time to, pay our respects and, just share with everybody how much she's meant to us in the House of Craze. We did live streaming together, and before we even go forward, I'm going to play a clip for if you missed the Halloween special. Here's a clip with Meredith from the Halloween special.
There she goes. Look at that. Oh, kiss.
Look at you.
Nice. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, I told you, God of Thunder.
I love
God
it.
of Thunder.
I love it. Love it. Oh my God. Nita, I wish we could see you right now. I wish we could see you.
Man, oh man, this white makeup it sucks, but you know what? It did the job. You got something.
You look amazing. I paused a little bit and I went to paint something for you guys. A pretty little picture.
He's Roberto Ross.
This is Roberto Ross. This is not Bob Ross. I am Roberto.
Roberto.
What's going on, Meredith and Nita? What's happening?
Nothing much, man.
What's
Just
crack-a-lackin', baby?
Welcome everyone. Catch the Craze.
Thing.
Listen, catch the Craze raging RVs. I can't even speak right now. I'm so excited.
So that was we had a great time with Meredith and Nita on the Halloween special. We miss you dearly, Meredith. Our prayers go out to the family. Again, she was a great supporter of the independent community. She had such grandiose plans on building her business. We were supporting each other through that process. And I know how painful this is also for Nita because they were so close. And we just want to acknowledge the fact that we felt that she was very special to the industry, and she was just a special person.
Yeah, Meredith, we're gonna miss you terribly. I mean, she looked incredible in that makeup, the smile, the laugh, all that. We're gonna miss it terribly, but we're here to do whatever we can to never forget and keep her memory alive, right? And this is one of those ways that we wanted to do it. We want to show that clip, just her laugh and how much how much fun she had. And it's terrible, man. It's terrible. It just goes to show you life is short, guys. You're here today, gone tomorrow. You never know what's going to happen. So hey, Johnny's there. But yeah, so peace and love to all of her family members. And Nita, of course, we're here for you, whatever you need. So, but yeah.
Yes. So again, you know how we feel. Anita, if you ever need to talk, we're here for you as well. So, again, thank you guys for joining us. I see that we have multiple crazies in the house. We got
You are listening to
another crazy has arrived.
What's up, Spooky?
Yes, thank you, Bryce. Yes, unfortunately, yes,
Dan,
yes.
what's going on?
Very
Yeah,
good
she was
person.
incredible. Yeah, she was. Yeah,
Yes, I agree.
she definitely is. She definitely is.
Absolutely, we agree 100%. And I'm glad that we were able to do that Halloween special because I watched it. I was
man.
watching it today when I was pulling the clip, and I was smiling from ear to ear.
Yeah,
it was-
No, and the other thing, she was such a huge supporter of the indies. Their show Raging ABC, which I couldn't even say in that clip, but Raging ABC, the interviews that they had for indies they were always live. They were always, about the indie. They always just asked questions about your project and what you were doing. And she was really good. She was amazing at that. And she also did all of what they call the bumps. They used to do a lot of bumps where they would, just promote other indies, and they would do these videos. And she was the one creating the video. So she was very talented, very gifted, incredibly just talented and creative. So yeah, no, it's hard to imagine that she's not with us anymore. But I'm so happy that we got a chance to get to know her outside of just the comics. Like we had conversations with her about things, and I appreciate that I had that time with her. But yeah.
So just for everyone to know, Raging's taking a little hiatus. And they'll be back, and Nita will be back, and she's going to continue the legacy, and then we'll be there to support her in any way possible to help make sure that she gets off on a good foot.
Absolutely.
But again, welcome everybody to another live show. Let's see, this is Dan Price. Yeah. That's just the kind of person she is. I mean, you can just strike a conversation with her and talk about anything.
Yes, absolutely.
She's like an old friend. But But yeah, so I'm, we're excited again. Mr. Royals Corporos, he's always fashionably late. He's like Schneider.
No, it's you know what it is, dude. It's, bro, we make fun of this amongst our Hispanic friends. It's like you say 4 o'clock and your Hispanic friends will show up at 5 or 6 o'clock later on in the day. That's just Spanish time. That's just how we do. So no, but he had some stuff to do with the fam, and he's going to be joining us in a few. So looking forward to talking with him because he hasn't been on the show for a little bit. We're waiting for the comeback of Jonathan Syfax. We're waiting for the Jonathan Syfax comeback to the show. Johnny, I know you're out there. You're getting ready for your comeback. When will it be? When will it be? It's 2022. When will it be? 23?
Yeah, what's up with that? What's up with that, Juanito?
Juanito Syfax. But yeah, so he's gonna be on, and then we have a couple of things. I mean, I don't know if you guys caught the show before this, which I tell you, Sam, this is why we can't double book on these days because it's hard to get back on here. I'm just saying, dog. But we made it. Look at him. I will return.
Yes.
Don't call it a comeback. Yeah. But yeah, so we're here. We're live. And if you guys missed it, we were just on about an hour ago, maybe a few minutes ago with Christopher Michael. He has a book called Crit. And we had a very nice conversation, man. Good stories with Crit. So that was cool. That was cool.
Yes, if you missed that episode, go check it out. It's already in the archive now.
Already.
But yeah, we gotta, we're gonna have a nice topic we're gonna talk about tonight. We're waiting for Aurora's Corporos to show up. But we also want to remind everybody that Duty is halfway to Earth. He's on his route from Uranus, right? So he's half. He is halfway there. Does that out the way, Hyde. If you haven't signed up for Designated in My Toilet, the link is in the bio. We're up to 72 signups. There's 72 recruits. Duty needs 28 more recruits.
Let's get it.
Because it costs him 280 uranium chips to get from Uranus to Earth. That's a whole lot of chips, right? So he has to justify the expense.
Right.
In order to do that, every seat on the ship has to be filled. So there's 28 more spots on the ship for him to get here. So become a dupster. Are you a dudester? If you're a dudester and you signed up for Designated in My Toilet, post somewhere on social media, tag me saying I'm a dudester because there's a special gift for dudesters. And the way to find out is doing the live show on the 15th.
It's funny, and I said this to you before. I'm a little confused about what we're doing here because I don't understand. Like we're getting on this ship. He's coming to invade Earth, but we are coming on with him. So, like, am I saved now because I signed up? Because if I'm getting saved, I'm signing up.
Yes, you're saved. You're part of the you're a dudester, bro.
I'm a dudester,
right? So there's a lot of chaos on Earth.
Gotcha.
And Duty's here to bring the noise. He's bringing all the smoke.
He's
bringing all the smoke.
Big shout out to so just to take you guys behind the curtain a little bit with the production of the book. It's being remastered. You guys are getting a remastered book. Now I did the original cover.
That's right.
On the book. And I also did the coloring back in the days before, Wait, so yeah, I got a cover. This is the book. This is the book here. Some of the interior pages. I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek.
Don't be. Yeah.
Just a little sneak peek. Just a little something, just to whet the appetite.
Wet this. All right.
Now. Whoa, easy. I'm gonna call HR, bro. I'm calling HR, dude. You can't be making these assaults on me on the air. Anyway, but it's remastered. It's getting remastered. We're getting some brand new colored pages. I'm gonna re-letter the book. It's getting re-lettered. This book. If you have this book, whoever has this book right here, it's a collector's item because it's never going to be.
Oh, someone's selling that book on eBay for $40
with the signature, right?
It was like 3 weeks ago. I saw someone selling, with the signature. I had my signature on it, and it was like
that thing.
Yes.
But yeah, so it's remastered. So you guys definitely want to jump on the brand new book, and it's February 15th. We're getting redutied. Yes, you are. So that's coming out February 15th, the live show.
Oh, yes.
Sammy has decided to make it a 7:45 start.
Oh, now here he goes again. These damn Hispanics,
bro. I mean, he's 7:45. He doesn't even call me, say, George, I'm changing this. Can you make it? I'm going to be I'm gonna have to pull an Anibal and be, 15, 20, 30 minutes late. I don't know.
You're always late to my parties. What the fudge?
Listen.
No, I almost slipped. I was like, what the fudge?
You gotta
you're lucky you're across the pond.
Potty mouth.
I'm yoking you right now. I was like, what happened to George? Hold on.
Easy,
A couple elbows. Gotta give you a couple of wakatas and some
man, don't let the thin neck fool you, bro. I'll bring the thunder, son.
He brings the thunder.
I'm bringing the thunder, kid.
Look, old man.
My back. Oh, snap. No, yes. So February 15th, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have fun.
Yes.
It's the release, it's the launch party for the Kickstarter of There's an Alien in My Toilet. So if you guys have signed up, obviously expect those emails letting you know that it's live, and then at that point
it's gonna be crazy. There's some stuff. There's some product unveilings on the live show. There's a new animated trailer unveiling on the live show. There's some crazy stuff. That's
so much.
And we have a special visit from Uranus. It's gonna be crazy.
Visit from Uranus.
It's gonna be crazy.
Oh my God, it's gonna be crazy. So so you want to be there.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now, everybody spread the word, because there's gonna be no other launch party like this launch party in your life. This is gonna be like that time when UFC first debuted on the FX channel, right? And that's when before they went to ESP and all that stuff, they were on FX, and they were having the fight between what were the two guys? There was a first fight, and they were fighting, and it went viral, and everyone started texting. You seen this fight? You see, it was a bloody fight for 5 rounds. They were going at it, killing each other, and this is gonna be that thing where you're gonna say, "Yo, you got to go and check this out. We need a Mandalorian cover for duty." you're gonna want to check
this.
That
is the way. That is the way.
Party.
I'm here to tame expectations, everyone. I'm here to tame expectations a little bit. While Sammy is the hype man, and I don't doubt that we're gonna have a great time. I'm just here to tell you, come to the show and see what happens.
And bring your phones. Get ready to hit send, because it's gonna get viral. This is gonna be.
See, there he goes. He's going crazy. This is crazy, Sam. This is what Duty does to him. Duty does this to you. Duty makes you even more crazy. Like Duty gets you on this other level. Like you become Duty. Like this is what Duty would be saying.
In the words of the Cyphaxius, Duty does as Duty does.
Okay. All right. Johnny be dropping some knowledge, bro.
Yes.
Johnny, we miss him. He's
usually when he's in the bathroom, but yeah, he does.
He be dropping that serious knowledge in the bathroom. That serious knowledge. Anyway, yes. So that is coming down the pike, and so we're very excited. Can't wait. It's going to be fun.
I'm excited. I don't understand. And again, for the 72 people that signed up, thank you so much. Duty calls. That's what I'm talking about, right? Thank you so much. And I'm feeling good. I mean, launching in 13 days. That's crazy, son.
Yeah, it's coming.
13 days.
Right. Fast, man. Yeah, it's crazy, right? How quickly that just
like that. I was like, yo, I've been in the freaking think tank all this time, just cranking it out. And every day I come up with something new. I'm like, yo, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hold me back. It's like, wait, what are you doing? Let go. You can't hold me back.
This is what you got to – this is what happened 10 years ago or 15 years ago at this point. Duty, I think, was like just Duty done it. Misquote, man. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, yes. So that's happening. That's coming. So please sign up. The link is in the chat, and it'll be in the show notes as well.
Yes.
Modern bathroom. So that's happening. But also right after Duty, and this not right after. It'll be a couple months after Duty. I will be launching the campaign for the Adventures of Wonderduck issue number 5, or chapter 5, as I like to call it.
All right, well, hold on. This is the Candyman. Go ahead.
Do you have something for me? Do you have like a sound effect for Candyman?
No.
Yeah, I hope there was something.
I don't. I got one for you here. There you go.
No, give me the clap. Give me the new clap.
Oh, here we go.
Yay! Yay! That's terrible. That's terrible.
Come on, Candy Man. Tell them what kind of candy you're giving away.
We're downsizing. We lost all of the cheers. All the people have left, and it's just one person.
We used to have a crowd cheering, but I can't afford them anymore because I'm a brokepreneur. So I had to pick one person from the crowd, and that's why I have that person.
And now we get what? Give it to me one more time.
Yes, what?
Give it to me one more time.
Good job.
That is terrible. Anyway, yes. So there's an alien in my toilet. Anyway, yes. So the Adventures of Wonderduck. The Adventures of Wonderduck is a campaign that's going to be launching May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. It will be launching on May the 4th. But before it launches, I also have a pre-launch page up that you can sign up. It's going to be in the chat. It's also going to be in the show notes. A lot of the people on the chat right now, big shout out to Michael San Martino, big shout out to Johnny Syfax. They've already signed up. They've let me know. And what happens when you sign up and you let me know that you signed up by going to the Adventures of Wonderduck or any of my social media, you will then receive an email with a PDF it's just going to be exclusive to you, not the campaign. It's not going to be in the campaign. It's just exclusive to you. It's going to go directly to you. If you guys do pledge on the day that I launch it, then you will get that print, an 8x10 print, printed out and sent to you in your package when I start fulfilling the campaign. So as a thank you for everyone who comes on board before we even launch, I am giving that away. And it's just my way of saying thank you for the support. You guys have been amazing. So please sign up to the page. Let me know you signed up so I can send that out to you. So yes, that's what that's going with. That's what's happening right there with the Adventures of Wonderduck. So I am done.
Yes. So I don't know when Mr. Royals Capoise is planning on showing up. A free spinner. He says mailed him a free spinner. Wow.
Yes, a free spinner indeed. A free spinner. You know what? That's actually Michael, you may be onto something.
Michael rolled to the shore.
Michael may be onto something, dude. But thanks. So thanks to everybody. I'm ducking it. What?
I don't understand it. He's losing
it. He just goes up with stuff. It's like he be dropping some stuff.
Boy, there you go. That's right. Yes.
He be dropping some stuff. But yo, what's that crazy sound again that you have for the crazies now? For the new sound?
Whatever. I'm waiting for the next person to join in.
Another crazy has arrived.
Oh, that's like a video game, bro.
There you go.
Fight. Brutality. Yeah.
Flawless victory.
Yeah. It sounds just like that.
Finish him.
Oh man.
But yeah. We're waiting for Mr. Royce Kaporis. We got a topic that we want to discuss, and we want some feedback from the live chat. And I'm getting an itch. I don't know what the hell's going on. But if you're digging this so far, give us a thumbs up. Let us know that you're digging this episode. The banner. Where's the banner? Thumbs up. Yeah, there it is.
Thumbs up.
Yes. What's this? Who's this? Toasty. Yeah. So I don't know what the weather's like in your neck of the woods, but right now we have ice rain. It's going to turn into snow by 5 a.m. and it's going to snow tomorrow.
Dude, you brought the snow to that state. That state hasn't gotten snow since last year. Before that, I hadn't gotten it. Now they're getting it every year because you're there. It's crazy. It's incredible. I don't know what you did to the state of Texas. Damn price. So big shout out to some of the guys that are on the chat. You know, Dan's got a great book out right now. You guys can check it out.
Everybody want kung fu fighting.
Knows karate. Check that book out. Big shout out to Dan. Oh, Dan's another person that actually subscribed to the pre-launch page. So thank you very much, Dan. And then we also have creators and artists, writers of the book Technogods. They're in the chat. So check that out. Go to technogods.com and check out their book. Thank you guys for the support. You guys have been around since day one on the channel. So thank you guys for coming on. If you haven't yet, if you're watching right now, again, if you're watching right now and you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button. Help us get to 1,000. The road to 1,000 is real. We're over halfway there. So yeah, man.
Yes. And so remember, all you independents out there, when you spread the love to your circle of friends and your followers, and you spread the word about Catch the Craze, what it does is it also increases the reach. So every new guest that we have, for every new subscriber, that's another person that does being directed towards your product, your brand, your endeavor, right?
Mhm.
So when we grow, you grow. It's all it is. So when you come on Catch the Craze, bring a bottle of wine, right? Say, Toma. I come with a subscription. Boom. And then we're like, all right, we got you. I feel the love. I give you love. That's how it is, right?
Mhm.
Make sure you have that wine.
That's it. That's it. Bring the wine. Bring the wine,
Yes,
baby.
I love you so much. See this?
Bring
See
the
this?
wine. Bring the
I'm a
wine for
subscriber.
Sam.
They bought me a bottle of wine. I'm just saying.
Look at that. Look at this guy
There you go.
asking for alcohol live on the air. I love it.
Blame it on the alcohol.
Blame it on the alcohol.
Yes.
Yes, go pick up a copy. Absolutely, Michael.
Bigfoot knows karate.
Dude, that book is so good, man. Bigfoot Knows Karate. It's such a fun read. It's a really, really good book, man. You guys got to check it out. Not the technicalities isn't good, Mike. Your book is good too, my brother.
Yes, I'm still waiting to find out what happened with Cliff.
Oh, Cliff.
Yes, I'm just saying. What's up with that?
Cliff, man.
Better stop hiding behind the woman. I'm just saying.
What?
I'm falling asleep and hiding behind a woman. I'm just saying.
Damn, my man's about to get canceled. This may be our last show, guys. Thank you so much for supporting Catch the Craze. Oh, geez, this guy. Holy cow. Thanks, guys. Yeah, no doubt, Dan. Always,
So
always.
I guess we could just start.
Let's start. He can come in and he can tell us what he thinks. So he's turning the corner.
Yes.
Oh, he's turning the corner. Nice. All right, good. Yeah. So all right. So let's talk a little bit about what's going on or what's been going on, because this is something that's been happening. It's not a new thing. We're talking about it today because we were like, yo, that's crazy. But go ahead, Sammy. What do we got? What do we got on deck?
We decided to have the conversation about the recent legal issues that Robert Kirkman's having with one of his artists, who was the part creator of Invincible. And what was his name, George?
Crabtree.
Crabtree.
Crabtree. Yeah.
He had a teacher, Mrs. Crabtree. And
yeah, I think I did too, dude.
Huh?
Yeah, I think I did too. I was like,
yeah, they're just all around. It's like in the educational system. Yeah. So we said, hey, that's a great topic to have, because apparently, do you have the article up?
I do. Gizmodo.com. Robert Kirkman is being sued by an artist over profits. William Crabtree alleges he's owed profits from the comic, which is now a hit Amazon Studios animated series. So let's see. So Crabtree claims, and I'll just tell you what he claims. So Crabtree claims an initial oral agreement between the two creators was replaced by an alleged scheme by Kirkman and his agents to fraudulently induce him to assign his copyright interest over to Kirkman's company. Kirkman approached him at the 2005 San Diego Comic-Con and presented him with a certificate of authorship, which purported to characterize all of his contributions as a work for hire. He said that he was in the final stages of licensing Invincible for television production, and that having it represented by a single creator would increase its commercial viability. When Crabtree learned in 2020 that Amazon Studios was proceeding on a plan to launch a show, Kirkman informed him that he was not entitled to any monetary proceeds because he had no ownership interest in the series. So,
right. So, Anibal, you're backstage, but you got the wrong link. I don't know what backstage you're on.
See, he's got the link you sent me. That's the link he's got.
No, where's Anibal? Here you go, Anibal. Here's the link. Oh wait, I gotta send it again. Hold on. Invite. I'm backstage. No, you're not. You're backstage.
Backstage. He was in the same stage I was.
He's backstage at a New Kids in the Block concert.
He was backstage with me. I left. I got here. I don't know how I got here.
The right stuff. I just said it.
Did you hear anything I read, or did?
Yes, I read. I heard. I read the same article.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm very aware of this topic.
So that's what's going on. So now let's wait for Anibal to come in.
Let's wait.
So that's the setup. So that's the setup for what's going on. Yeah, George is right. Yo, you didn't even introduce him.
Hold on.
Another crazy has arrived.
Oh,
Birds of the round in the house.
What up, Seabass? Yeah, so we'll wait for Aníbal, but that sounds shady, dude.
Yeah, there he goes. Mr. Royce Capoyos just joined.
There he is.
There he is.
Aníbal, ¿qué pasó?
What up? What up? Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear.
Right.
Loud and clear. I'm frozen.
Here
I can see you too. You don't have to see your face in my face.
I'm in the B, loud can be in the LAB.
He's like,
I think we're both glitching, right?
What's that?
I think we're both like glitching. Something's going on.
Oh, really?
It's shady as food. Right. Yeah, no. So
I'm not sure if my mic works all the time, so I have to like do the
the mic is
the one
working
on the desktop, and my voice doesn't carry. I don't have that gloriously deep voice like Jorge does. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, right?
Like I gotta be extra loud. But, yeah, go on, Mr. Crabtree. You're in the middle of that article. I read the same article. Yeah.
So wait, can everybody hear you? I think Seabass, I don't know if he's messing around, but he said he can't hear you.
He said he can hear him.
I can't hear anybody. I think you can. I think it's time for video intros for we hear a word, right? Damn, Mike always got these ideas.
Yo, Mike, what's up with that?
Mike's making you work, kid. You better work.
What good, Josh? Your fingers, work it, girl.
Work it, girl. Yo, you know what's crazy, bro? Like this is what happens when you're in relationships, dude. Like, so on Fridays, if Crabtree was duped into relinquishing creative control, then he should have legal recourse to say his former partner Kirkman acted in bad faith with the sole intention of profit motivation. Yes. So that's what we're going to discuss. So let's get right into it. Forget my story. Let's get into it.
Yes, exactly. That's what I was saying. George and I was having this discussion off the air, but go ahead.
So all right. So first of all, we all know what happened, right? According to him, in 2005, he approached him, say, "Hey, dude, man, we're not getting this money because they don't want to deal with two creators. They want to deal with one. Just sign this for me real quick here. You know what I mean? It'll say that you will work for hire, but I'll still hit you off." I don't know if that's what he said, but that's what it sounds like.
That's what it sounds like. I'm thinking that he wooed him. I think that he bought him a nice T-bone steak. They had a nice bottle of wine. They were having fun and laughing. And then he's like, "Hey, yo, by the way, you can make this happen, but they're having a hard time dealing with two people. Don't worry, I got you. Just sign this right now." He's like, and he's dripping. He's sipping on some scissors. "Yo, we're living the big life. We're in comics. We're breaking in. Yeah, don't worry about it." Bang. And then he walks away. And then it's on like Donkey Kong. I'm just saying.
From the sounds of it, I'm gathering we're pretty much on the same side with this one because the comments, guys, I'm getting
It's funny because I wanted to kind of be like the devil's advocate, but it's kind of hard to find a way where I could say,
when he lost me on devil's advocate thing, when I heard he had a history of doing it, when
Tony Moore
from come on, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, it's like I wanted to give him, like you said, the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, you know what? At this point, Crabtree should have known better. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing.
Yeah. But
when you have two strikes on you and somebody else is saying the same thing, I'm like,
and you know what? If you dig deeper and you know your history, which we pretty much do, the story behind Kirkman's entrance into Image and how he pushed The Walking Dead. Right. He straight up lied.
Yeah, he did.
He's known for lying to get his way. He lied and said it was about aliens. Right. And they were like reading the book for weeks.
So you mean I could have had duty with Image? This is some moves.
No, so he said, you mean I could have had duty with Image? yeah, because you know what?
You're not that good of a liar, bro. You're not that good of a liar. You need a poker face.
Oh, shit. Look at Michael. Look at Michael. Netflix called and said they want to do a show with us, but I only want to deal with one person. I got these documents.
Don't worry, I got you.
Oh snap. Yo, but isn't that crazy? Yeah, because you're right. Because he pitched this idea for The Walking Dead, and he told them
lying, bro.
And he said, "Yo, but what happens? Like, who? How do they get like this? Oh, is it aliens? Yeah, it's aliens. Just wait, you'll see the aliens." These guys started reading the book, no aliens. But by then they had already fallen in love with the story because he is a good writer. He is a good writer. I mean, I gotta give him that. I gotta give him that.
Storyteller. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yes.
Good storyteller.
Well, technically, a zombie is an alien to society. I'm just saying.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
I can see him saying, well, technically a zombie is alien to us. We've never seen one before. Just saying.
No, but he sold them on this whole big reveal of a spaceship and all this other crap. Yeah.
He said it was an alien takeover story.
Yeah,
Like aliens coming to take over the world or whatever. So
yeah.
This is a piece
Yeah, seriously. No, it's interesting, bro, because it makes me think about how we deal within the community of independent artists. We're always giving each other oral agreements, right? We're always saying, yeah, we'll work. Whoa.
I'm just saying, George.
Canceled.
You're the
Let's go with verbal. Let's go with verbal agreement.
Let's go with verbal. We'll do verbal because Sam be on some other. I'm telling you. Woo!
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Sorry, so verbal agreements are big within the indie community. Let's say that. Right. All right. We're always like, yeah, nah, man, we're gonna work on this, we're gonna work on that, and we start working on it, and then we hope that it goes big. But nobody think, because I think that we don't think beyond the point that it may actually blow up, right?
Yeah.
And at this point, now let me ask you guys this: do you think that, I don't know how they broke it down, I don't know what percentage everybody was gonna get. But how much of the percentage of the profits should Crabtree get versus Kirkman?
It depends. For me, if he designed all the looks of the characters, I think he's just as responsible for, because if they're branding it with the uniforms, the looks, the feel, whatever. And if you look at the cartoon, it looks exactly like the art in the book, whatever. So I'm just saying, I think it should have been split. If he designed the look and he illustrated the books and he wrote the book, and they should have just gone 50-50 straight down the middle. That's my opinion.
What do you think, Anibal? What do you think?
I think similar to what Sam is saying, it's hard to determine that without knowing exactly what his input was. To gauge it, if you know what he actually put into it, you can better gauge the percentage he should get. But whatever they agreed upon, which is what Kirkman did originally, he said you would get this percentage is what should stay.
I agree. I think if it's written, if it's verbal, then it is what it is. But if it's written down, I think that yes, 50-50. But also, what about this? Do we think that maybe Kirkman deserves more because he's out there hustling the product, because he's out there pitching the product, taking the meetings, doing all of the legwork to get the deal signed? Well, I don't know if Crabtree was doing it, but what if Crabtree was just kind of sitting back saying, I did my work, hopefully something comes of this, but he's not really out there, trying to get the deals. Do you think that Kirkman deserves more money because he's out there dealing and wheeling and doing his thing?
I think, here's my opinion. I think that should have been stipulated at the beginning. I think, so I think in the beginning when you're sitting down and it was like, all right, look, he goes, look, I don't want to do any business stuff. I just want to create. So it's like, all right, so how about this? You get, all publishing, you get 50%. Anything else that I do, you'll get 20%. Because you don't want to be part of it. So you get 20% of anything else that we do that I'm going to go out there and hustle and push for all publishing, whether it goes to, graphic novels, whatever it is, all publishing, you get 50% down the road. Everything else, if you don't want to be in the rooms with me, you don't want to hustle, you don't want to network, then you get 20% for the rest of your life, for the life of the product. Boom. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm good with that. Keep it moving, keep it pushing. But they should have had that. Don't know if they did. That conversation should have been had at the beginning.
Yeah. I mean, according to that article, it was a
wait, hold on.
Another Crazy has arrived.
Welcome. It came from the radio, Mark Torres.
Mark Torres. Big shout out to Mark.
I actually have a bit of an angle on that.
Yeah.
I look at it, or it can be looked at as well as work is work. Whether you are hustling and promoting or whether you're locked inside of a basement, killing your eyes to get this stuff colored. Work is work. When it's your turn to do the work and the other guy might be just waiting on you, he might be relaxing and doing nothing. And then now he hands it off once it's done. So how do you do that and compensate people? Part of what Sam was saying could cover it, but you can't diminish the work. You can't say this guy's just hanging around waiting to get paid. He worked his ass off to get the project off the ground, to get it colored physically and to do all that type of work. So how do you distinguish that? You can't diminish one and say, it's not work. It's still worth being compensated. I'm speaking strictly from the artist creator.
Right. No, and that's why I asked the question.
That's my background.
I'm thinking, okay, as an artist, for you guys, as an artist, if that was the case, if you had something like this, again, and this goes all back to you need to sign the paperwork. You need to have these conversations beforehand. And Spooky T had an interesting comment there. You want to pull that up real quick, Sam?
Yeah.
It says
Kirkman has cutthroat traits. He had that falling out with the director Frank Darabont,
Yeah.
who was The Walking Dead's first executive producer and showrunner. Guy made The Shawshank Redemption, and he walked from AMC.
Yeah, I remember that whole Darabont situation.
Yeah. Well, apparently, I think AMC wasn't paying them or something, right? I think they owed him like $200 million or something like that.
Yeah, it had a lot to do with like his take on it and creative control and a whole bunch of drama. He just was like, I'm not doing this anymore. It's not worth it, type of thing.
Yeah.
No, but to the questions you had, that's what I'm saying. This is the conversation you should have had in the beginning. So if you don't want, like, there are a lot of guys, there are a lot of indie creators. I just want to draw. I don't want to do anything. Don't ask me to post. Don't ask me
to work.
And boom. So then you get paid for publishing, right? All that stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
This is a conversation they should have had. He should have been honest in the beginning. We don't know. All of this stuff is alleged until it's confirmed in the court of law.
Yeah.
But right now, what I'm saying is the conversation should have been had in the beginning. I think Crabtree from the onset, rather than going based on faith, if a document's put in front of you that was professionally presented, obviously Kirkman hired a lawyer to put this document together. I would have said, you know what, let me sleep on it. Let me walk. Let me go. I'll take it home.
Let me give it to my lawyers.
Yes.
Let me give it to my lawyers.
I think what happened was, again, that when you had that filet mignon and that bottle of wine, sometimes you're like, we're living the life. I'm drawing a book that I love to draw. Yeah, this is my boy. we're good. And he's going to do right by me. And unfortunately that,
It makes me wonder if they even actually told him that it would be easier if there was just one creator attached to the project. You know what I mean? Like, that just sounds that sounds weird too. Like, and I don't know if anybody's ever pitched stuff out there. I don't know if that ever becomes a thing, like where it's like, oh, it's just one creator, it's easier. You know what I mean? Crystal, what's up? 1998, still waiting to connect. She always comes in shooting. She's shooting from the hip real quick.
Shooting from the hip real quick.
Yeah, but so that's I think that's part of it, right? Sam, focus. Sam.
She's like, yo, Sammy Sam, when you said that shooting from the hip real quick, Sammy Sam, he comes in, pop.
Stay with us. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that, again, going back to what you're saying, it has to be written, it has to be signed. It can't just be a verbal agreement between two people, because you forget shit. You know what I mean? Like, you forget, oh, we said that? I don't remember that. You know what I mean? Like, it has to be signed. And I think
what really bothers me about this, and this is going to be like a very naive thing to say or whatever. I'm kind of old school. You know what I mean? I believe a man should keep his word. You know what I mean? Shake hand, look in the eye. You do what you say you're going to do. That kind of thing. Unfortunately, it doesn't always work that way in life. Whatever happened to that? You know what I mean? Just because it's legal doesn't mean it's right. So what if it was, saying he duped him? It's written, and he technically can say, I don't have to pay this guy or whatever, but it's just wrong. You know what I'm saying? Whatever happened, just saying, like, let me just do the right thing here. This guy did do, you know what I'm saying? That element of it just bothers me. That just bothers the hell out of me. Especially if they were cool. You know what I'm saying? Especially like if they were boys coming up together type of thing. You know what I mean?
The thing that bothers me the most about that quote is that Kirkman informed him that he was not entitled to any monetary proceeds.
And he was doing him a favor.
He had no ownership.
Yo, he was doing him a favor, he said. It was a bonus. What? A bonus.
That was crazy, man.
It's I was telling George, when I first in the music business, and we were getting a deal, and they're putting us on shows. So we're doing shows all over New York City. We were on a boat doing shows for people, and when the attention started coming, and we had an article in the Source, upcoming hip hop artists,
Unsigned hype. That was
Unsigned hype. Yes.
Right.
So
I remember that shit. Yeah.
That's when my partner started flipping and says, "No, I want more money. I want more this. I want more that. And that's what became the downfall. It's like everything was already established, and then he's like, "I'm not doing any shows, and I want this." Money corrupts, and that's the problem. And
that's true.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah, it's true. That's why that handshake. After that, once money's on the table, bro, it's like everybody just Crystal. Yo, Sammy, start putting stuff up while you're talking, bro.
Word.
Right? You be throwing it up. You be throwing it up when we're talking. When he's talking, there's no. I'm looking at the thing over here.
Undivided attention, right?
Yeah.
Somebody said prenup.
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 No, I don't have Herman in the studio anymore. You know, I got to run all this stuff by myself.
No, Herb.
There you go, Herb. Yeah, see what happens?
Forget about Herb.
I'm not even drinking.
No, but it's crazy, man. It's interesting because it happens. It happens all the time. Dude.
It's such a dirty business.
That's crazy. But like, yeah, and Kirkman is like was the darling. You know what I mean? Like, oh, look at this guy. He's got The Walking Dead. He's got. Yeah. Will this affect anything as far as like what people watch? Will people?
It hasn't affected him yet.
No,
so it hasn't affected him yet. So I guess and that's the thing. I think what happens is people overlook because they've already become fans. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, you know what? Let them deal with that stuff. I just put up the stuff, make sure it's quality stuff, and keep it moving, right? Yeah. What did he say?
That's hilarious, Sammy.
Yes, I know. Let's see.
Yeah, Diesel. What's up, bro?
In the house.
Do we need to know if Crabtree is due residuals at least? Eddie, yeah, he is. He wasn't paid any. Eddie Campbell was paid for the film From Hell. Ethan Ryan Scaver was paid for Justice League. Really? Artists get paid for their work used in the media. Yeah, that's the problem. He was told that he would get payments. He never received any, and so he's owed all his back pay, and that's what he's suing for. He goes, the deal was that when it happens, I stay in my art studio and I do my thing. You just send me the checks. Where are my checks? And that's what they're arguing about.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Didn't he find out just by turning on Amazon or whatever? They didn't even inform him that it was a thing. Like he didn't even know until he saw it or somebody told him, right? Something they did it without his knowledge at all. Like they had no intention of ever paying him. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's crazy.
That's crazy.
He's like, if he doesn't ask, we won't tell. Like,
yeah, right. Maybe he won't turn on the channel. You know what I
mean? Maybe he won't watch it. Maybe he won't know.
The checks in the mail.
That whole thing with Tony Moore back in 2012. So they settled out of court. So I wonder how much money they gave Tony for that. You know what I mean?
Not to cut you off, George. You just said mail, so I just remembered this, Sam. This came to me today.
Awesome.
Snap.
Awesome.
You want to open it up? Let's do the
What's in the box?
These came yesterday.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, let me hang on.
We got a
deal.
Drum roll, please.
Okay,
I got rid of drum roll. Yeah, I got rid of the drum roll.
Did him extra dirty. Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he did. My media mail. We all know what's up with that.
Oh, speaking of that, big shout out to Hardcore Comics for supporting Duty and having Duty's promos in your store. Shout out to what's your comic store?
The Spider's Web.
Spider's Web. Yes, in Yonkers for also supporting Duty. And there it is.
All righty.
Let's go.
Check it out, folks. Nice and shiny. Look at that vibrant color on there. Front and back, baby.
Oh, snap.
Front and back.
Yes. But that QR code right there will take you right to the website. Right to the website.
Yes. Man. Thank you to the Dragon's Lair in Austin, Texas for also supporting Duty. And thank you to Ray's Comics in California for supporting Duty. All of these stores have put these same promo cards on their counters to help drive traffic to the campaign. So thank you all so much.
Anima, where are you taking those? Where are you going with those?
I will be stopping at the what is it? ANS Comics in Teaneck. Sam, you're familiar with that place. I will likely also be stopping by the Joker's Child in Fairlawn. That's like my go-to spot for years. I haven't been there in a while, but those are my two go-to spots here around my area. So
awesome. Yeah, when if they do it, just send me pictures.
Oh yeah, that's going up on social media or to you or I'm sharing that.
Yeah. QR. He said, "Let me see what's on." Oh, what the fuck? He's like, I co-created that. Now he's the colorist on the book. That's interesting. I wonder if he gave him
a QR code. They haven't chats. They must have had arguments in the back end. We need a QR code. No, we don't. Yes, we do.
QR codes, man. You know what?
That was Mike again. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what I've seen at conventions too, bro? Venmo QR codes, Venmo, PayPal QR codes on things. Yeah, because people don't have cash or they don't have their credit cards, but they have money in the bank, but they don't have cash on them. Right. They just go into their QR codes for the Venmos, and that's another way to get payment.
Yeah, I'm also I just finished designing my wife's business card with the QR code directly to her traffic, her website and everything.
That's what I'm doing because you have so many links. It's better just to have that QR code takes you to all the links. The future, kid, it's the future.
Yeah,
the metaverse.
But so Crabtree, he was the colorist on the book, and he gave him he gave him credit. I wonder if he gave him credit instead of payment. I wonder if that also happened. Because he was a colorist. Like, when does the colorist get, creator?
That's what I understand. So that's what I didn't understand. Again, about maybe because wasn't Ryan Otley the first illustrator?
Yeah, Otley,
So I'm thinking Otley would have designed the look.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because Otley gets credit on the cartoon.
But in the article, I think it states he had creative input or whatever. So creative input could mean a lot of things. It could just mean, dialogue or, it's describing a sequence. You know what I'm saying? He had some sort of creator input. It doesn't necessarily mean just design work and that kind of thing,
It's
because
that he co-created Invincible as his colorist for the first 50 issues.
Yeah.
So maybe he created the color scheme, the palette.
That's a wide spectrum. There's a lot of elements that go into co-creation.
Because I get Ryan Otley because he's the illustrator and he's getting his credits on the show.
Actually, you know what? I think William drew and colored the first 50 issues.
Oh, did he? And then Ryan Otley came in after?
And then Otley came after, I think.
What's funny is Otley is the name I'm familiar with. I never heard of this Crabtree.
Because he's doing Spider-Man too. Like, he did Spider-Man for a little while.
Yeah, maybe
he blew up. Like, and I follow him online. His artwork is incredible. Dude.
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, it is, man. It is. Well, I mean, I think the moral of the story is make sure you have signatures on stuff. Go out there and get some signatures, or don't sign paperwork at a convention after a couple of drinks. Because like you said, Sam, I think he took him out for a night in the town, and at the end of it all, said, "Yo, by the way,
yeah, sure,
paperwork." Yeah, exactly.
And then he passed it off to the guy in the black suit in the Maserati. He said, "Here, take it off to Warner Brothers."
He was like, Bill, listen, we're right there, man. We're right there. But what's happening is your name is also on there. We need to take that out, and then we're getting paid.
You guys want to hear something messed up? I heard about one of the big two, what they used to do to basically dupe creators back in the day. And I don't know how common the practice is even till now, but they would send checks similar to what Sam is saying. They would woo the creator with these big numbers. Yes. And you know how you have to, when you sign a check, when you cash a check, you have to sign it. So where you signed it, it would have a stipulation, I guess, small print saying, they turn over all their rights. They basically would sign the check and sign away their rights with that check. And I don't want to name which one of the big two was in the article that I read, having practiced that practice, but yeah, there's only two big two. So, take a guess. So that's how dirty it was. Yeah.
Is that side facts? No, I think they played for Ryan Otley. We're not going anywhere. We're right here. I think that's what happened. He goes, but how do I know you're not going to go? He said, no, I got you. Here's another bottle of wine. Keep drinking.
Oh, man, that's terrible, bro. And the attorney who's defending Crabtree defended more back in 2012, so they have like a history.
Yeah, that's what they said. It's the same. Yeah, I mean, so he has a history of getting him. Look, he owes him the money. Give him the money. Keep it moving. It's like if I don't know.
Okay, here's one of those devil advocate thoughts I had, and it came up when you guys brought up Ryan Otley. Okay, Ryan Otley is pretty well known, right?
Yeah,
we all know him. Yeah. So with notoriety must come money, right? So he must be pretty well off. How about this Crabtree guy? So in essence,
he needs money.
My theory is because Ryan Otley took off. I don't know if Ryan Otley's coming after Kirkman as well for money, but maybe like Crabtree should have maybe this is gonna sound messed up. Make your own money, do your own thing, so you don't have to be chasing people saying you owe me money later. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I think the here's the thing that I'm not understanding. If they I guess Ryan Otley came after. So
yeah, he came after. So check this out. So
Ryan Otley will potentially get screwed if Crabtree doesn't win.
But at what point did that conversation take place? Was it before, after?
So check it out. So I found this online. Bleeding Cool had an article on it as well. It says Crabtree and Kirkman LLC had an oral agreement in place that Crabtree would get 20% of single sale proceeds of Invincible with a minimum of $40 per page, as well as 10% of any revenue generated from, as the claim reads, quote unquote, other film or television commercial exploitation of the work together with any derivative projects based on the work and any allied or ancillary rights in the work. So they had a number, 20% of single sale proceeds of Invincible with a minimum of $40 per page, as well as 10% of any revenue generated from other film or television commercial exploitation of the work.
So he had a number. So he just wants
that's a written statement. That was, you said verbal agreement, right? That was
they had an oral, they had an oral agreement in place.
Yeah.
So it was never written down. It was just, hey, by the way, now how he remembers those exact numbers, that's incredible to me. Like, you know what I mean?
The fact that this guy Kirkman is calling it a bonus already is, you know what I mean? It's questionable because
but he could also solve
he can't say it's a bonus if it's just a verbal agreement, right? Because now it's not on paper. Now you're gonna remember it the way you want to remember it. You know what I mean?
Well, no, but again, in hindsight, if I was Crabtree, I would have just sent an email, just confirming the conversation we had. Boom. And that's it. And then
there's lots of ways to get a paper trail. Absolutely.
This way you would just save it. And then when the time comes, like, look, I just want my money. That's it. You know, it's like, yo, you know, I held up my end of the bargain, you know, and that's all I want. And then just keep it moving.
That's crazy, dude. The lawsuit also reads that Kirkman falsely told Crabtree that Crabtree's rights and financial interest in the work would remain unchanged if he signed a certificate of authorship, and that the document would simply allow Kirkman to market the licensure of the work more easily, resulting in greater profits.
He said that in the middle of pouring the next drink, right?
Both of them, for both of them. Like I can picture, like he's like, that's so evil. Yo, Michael Sammartino, you want to hear Michael Sammartino's oral agreement with Spooky T? Bring it up, Sam. What's his oral agreement? 5% across the board.
Oh, you crazy.
Oh snap, yo, that's crazy.
But it's interesting, but it's not. I mean, you see it everywhere. I mean, I saw an interview with 50 Cent, right? He said he was signing this up and comer.
Yeah.
And the up and comer wanted it was a $50,000 bonus, a signing bonus. He goes, he wanted a $100,000 signing bonus. He goes, how about you take 50 and I'll give you a point on the publishing. The kid's like, nah, I want the 50. He goes, are you sure? Take the point. He says, no, I want the 50,000. So then the lawyer comes back to him. He goes, 50, I don't think he understands how much money he's giving up. Because 50 sold millions of copies, that point was going to be millions of dollars, right? And so the lawyer's like, you know what? If he doesn't take it, I will take the agreement for him, whatever. So he went in, he convinced the kid. He said, look, it's in your best interest to take the point, right? But 50 Cent was being honest with the guy, right? And it was the guy who he's never seen 50 grand in his life or whatever that amount of money. He's like, I want the money. You know, I've never seen that kind of money before. Right. But he was actually looking out for the kid because he saw his future potential. And I think what happens is in comics, you don't know what the future holds. Right. And so everyone starts saying stuff. I think the biggest thing is just write it down. Write it down, get it notarized. If you can't afford a full attorney, both go to freaking UPS and stand there with the notary and just and keep it pushing, or just keep it on a computer and send an email to us. We both agree to this and just keep it pushing. Then when the time comes, like boom, you have a trail. And you have a trail. And I think if Kirkman took the time to present a legal document, he should have taken the time to go back and get counsel.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing, bro. Like I just read that part where you were talking about Anibal, where he said that because Crabtree asked him, he said, if I don't own it, why are you sending me royalties? Why have you been sending me royalties this whole time? And he said, well, they were just bonuses.
Right.
They were just bonuses, bro.
You're gonna remember it the way you want to remember it and how it's gonna suit you best. If it's not on paper, if it's not written down, that's just the bottom line, you know. So
that's it.
He may not necessarily be lying. Maybe he really believes, you know, he told him he would give him bonuses. That's probably what he believes.
That's probably what he believes. Yeah, exactly.
It goes back to what Sam was saying. If it's business, treat it like a business. Get it on paper. Get it on contract.
Yeah. I mean, if you have all those numbers broken down, you figure you would have written that somewhere and send it to him and say, hey, like you said, hey, Rob, as per our conversation, we agreed to this.
I
correct?
sent George an email. I said, hey, George, blah, blah, blah. What do you think? And he says, I agree. And that was it. So that's saved in the archives. So if something pops off, we both know what that means.
Exactly.
And that's it. It's like, and I think that's why I say you have to have a paper trail. So
Sam's gonna be like, yo, George, listen, man, I just signed here. Just read the email I'm about to send you. Just read it.
I say, yo, George, you want that round trip all inclusive to Hawaii? Here, do me a favor, sign this right here. This is just for customs. This is for customs. Don't worry about it.
And underneath is the regular shit.
But you know what? And for me, I believe 100% you have to be honest. It's like, for me, it's like if you don't have your word, you got nothing. And for me, I want to make sure for anybody that I'm working with, how I feel. I put it in writing. I said, how I feel. This is what I think. Blah 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 blah. I even gave George the option to tell me what the email said. What do you think?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's basically because I respect his opinion and I value the partnership. That's the way it should be. But these guys. I mean, I think what happens is money corrupts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you carbon paper.
He said, I want 5%. No, you look what Jonathan said. He said, I want 5%. I came up with the duty slogans.
Yeah, you get 5% of this.
Oh, no. Oh, man. Yeah, dude, that's crazy, man. Because you know how much money he's making off of that Invincible. And granted, there were many times he tried a lot of things and they failed. It wasn't until Amazon that he actually hit something. And that's when he was like, yo, dude, I need you to sign this shit because nothing's popping off and your name is holding me back.
Yeah, I think what happens is, again, you got somebody who works in that business that put a bug in his ear.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yo, you got to cut ties. We got to. It's like
make so much more money.
Bobby Brown in New Edition. It's like, yo, you got to cut ties and go solo. You stop walking. Carrying. You bet it in.
I hope that the conversation between like Kirkman and his people didn't go, well, how are you going to get him to sign this document? Don't worry, I'll get him to sign the document.
That's exactly how it went down. Right?
Right? Like, yeah, they did this whole thing. They're like, okay, but now what we need is a signature. How are you gonna get him to sign it?
Scheme,
Guys, I'll get him to sign. He trusts me. I'll get him.
I know the man. I know. I know what he likes.
Me. Yeah, he trusts me.
Nothing some hot wings won't take care of. It could have been French fries and hot wings, for all we know. It's like, what the hell? Oh man! But that's interesting. It's funny how that stuff still happens today.
Yeah, and it's going to continue to happen until we take this thing serious. Until we say, and I hear you, Aniba, like the handshake. I wish it still worked.
I wish it did too, man. That bothers me the most because something so simple. Something so big could be avoided by something so simple if people adhere to it, but that's not the way it works.
No, it isn't.
Yeah,
it isn't.
It's terrible.
And I think that's at the end of the day, you live and die by your word. And I think Tony Montana said it. There's only two things that don't break: it's my balls and my word.
That's it. No one. Oh man, I was gonna talk about that, Aniba. You're making some moves with some.
Here's the man who believes in handshake and looking in the eye, and I'm here drafting.
That shit is that's extensive. That's not like 2 or 3 lines. I haven't sent
it to the potential client yet until I get all my wording right because I don't want to screw myself later on.
No, of course.
I'm dealing with a potential client for a comic book gig, and I'm assembling a little team. George's going to be lettering for me, and I got to get it all in writing, like we're talking about right now, and then present it to the client.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
Man. And sometimes, it takes us out of our comfort zone because who the fuck wants to write all these things?
Right.
But
exactly.
And again, you don't have to be versed in all that jargon because when you see, with Forth and they're standing on.
What are we talking about?
One page. I'm trying to get it all in one page. I don't want the jargon and the confusion.
No, but even with a contract, I was telling George, my first record contract was a big, major global brand record contract. It was the size of, when you first go to your first grade and you go and they give you your first history book or your math book, it's like this thing. It was I was like 17, 18. I forgot how old I was. And I looked at it, I was like, and the first few sentences, it sounded like it was Greek or, it was like, I didn't understand what I was reading. So I was like,
thou. I'm like, who wrote this? Shakespeare? What the fuck is this?
Somewhere in the 500,000 words that was in this document. Somewhere on the line says, we own you. You just signed your rights away. Right?
Yeah.
Because I never saw a dime.
Your soul is ours.
Yes. And it took me a year to get out that contract. You know, there was a big signing bonus that we never received. It was a production company that we were under, took all the money. We didn't get credits for anything we did. And so it took a year for me to get out that contract. But again, that's what I'm saying is that when someone presents you with a document that you don't understand, take it to a professional and get consultation. That's it.
Yeah. Funny story about contracts, man. I tried to get something done to my house, and I tried to do it the legal way, and I went to the what do you call it, city hall and everything, and they handed me like this application, like what you're saying, like this thick, and I had to look through it and everything, and I'm like, yo, you know what? Toss that aside. I did it the ghetto way. You know what I'm saying? I just found some Mexicans at Home Depot, and you know what I'm saying? we took care of the job. That's all I'm gonna say. The job got done. So yeah, the point is contracts scared me away, bro. I totally relate to that.
Yeah, I mean, because I don't understand what the hell.
Yeah.
Even to this day, I mean, I was responsible for contracts when I wasn't a brokepreneur, and I worked for a global brand, and I was responsible for gaining new contracts.
Yeah.
I relied on the attorneys.
Yeah.
So I'd go and have sit downs with the attorneys. I said, all right, I'm vetting these several companies. I need this to be stipulated, this to be stipulated. They would write up the contracts, and I go and present it. You know, I don't know what the hell's in it. I just know here's the talking points that we need to cover. We got to make sure this is in place, and they took care of it. And that's what they're paid for.
Best way to do it.
Yo, check this out. So I'm reading some of the stuff, like what I guess what the lawyer wrote up to present to the court, and it says that Kirkman is a comic book author, television and film producer who has notoriously boasted in public interviews of swindling artists with whom he has collaborated out of their rights in their jointly created work. So allegedly, for example, in a May 31st, 2011 interview, Kirkman had the following exchange. Question: as an aspiring writer and comic book writer, how do I go about getting an illustrator? Kirkman: trickery and deceit. People are a little squirrely, so it's very difficult. And so I would advise trickery and deceit. That's how he gets his artists, apparently.
Wow.
What the hell? He said Kirkman similarly gave at least 4 podcast interviews wherein he bragged about deceiving comic artist Tony Moore into creating the artwork for the original comic series, The Walking Dead. Quote: I was lucky enough to meet Tony Moore in 7th grade. And so I knew that guy and was able to trick him into drawing comic books for me at a very young age.
Look at that.
Damn, dog.
He's basically admitting his guilt right there. You know what I'm saying?
That's allegedly those were interviews that he made. Yeah. Now they would have to produce these interviews. I mean, obviously they're somewhere. So if they have
these things materialized, they got them. You know what
I mean?
All of that stuff. If it's there, they got it. That's all part of the whole conversation.
How do you admit to this? What an ass, dude. Like, what is going on? Damn, wow. I lost mad respect for that dude.
Yeah, man.
That's just crazy, bro.
Dirtbag.
Unbelievable.
That is just crazy. What are your thoughts out there?
Yes.
Silent assassins.
Silent assassins. The crazies. So Anibal, what you got going on, dog?
Woo, man, a lot. Where can I start? Let me see. I've been, like I said, I've been working with this potential client, building my team, putting together this comic book, creator-owned comic book for him. The job is potentially an ongoing series, but I don't know how deeply I can commit to it. Even for now, I had to find a penciler, one of my classmates, really, really great up-and-coming artist by the name of Junior Mejias. And I'm probably likely going to be inking over him, and I got a colorist and, you know, a whole array of teammates. And at the same time, working on my senior BFA project, which is my very own creator-owned comic book series. I don't want to give away too much, but very, very soon I will be able to put it up. I'm actually designing my logo, and once I have it all solid and, you know, I decide on the final one, I will be sending it to copyrights and, you know, doing it the legal way and sharing it online and everything. I'm looking forward to actually, remember you guys when I booked the, what is it called? The Mocha Fest right before the pandemic back in 2020. it's taken them this long to get that show going. So I'm actually, I got emails from them like over the past few days. I will be appearing there. I'm already booked for it.
Oh, good for you.
I think it's in April. Yeah, it'll be my very first convention alone. So you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be rocking it by myself. So that should be April. Once I get all the exact dates, I'll be posting that and sharing that. So I got a lot of stuff going on, man.
Nice.
A lot of stuff going on.
Congrats.
Yeah. Exciting
Congrats.
times. Exciting times.
My dog is confused right now.
Oh, yeah. Superman.
Super
I do
Sam.
it all. I'm Superman.
Shalom.
Super.
Nice. Nice.
I saw those pages. Epic. So that's what Johnny says.
Yeah, I had that on.
Did you?
Oh, of course. Of course.
Yeah, I think we did the mocha once.
Of course.
Of
This is still available.
course.
This is still out. Available through Darkfire Press.
Yes.
And DeSantis' imprint. Hardcover and soft. Order yours now.
Nice.
So,
There you go.
That's awesome, bro. Yeah, man, we got some stuff going on. I can't wait to see the projects that you got going on. That's gonna be cool, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You got a colorist on the book?
For my own stuff, I am crazy enough to attempt everything. I'm gonna be doing everything on my own stuff. I don't know how long that'll be sustainable. How many issues in? How many pages in? Even I'll stop doing that. But I do have a flatter, which is of course the great Michael Sammartino. So yeah,
you didn't give him any percentages or anything, right? Because that guy,
I'm gonna
watch that guy.
You have to do that oral.
I'm gonna put it on YouTube for a second. I gotta let my dog out.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So a lot of good stuff going on, man. A lot. When you ask me, and I'm thinking about everything that's going on, it's overwhelming. I'm like, holy cow, I'm doing
got a lot
this
going on, right?
I gotta still do this, and I'm like, sometimes I don't even like to think about it. I just kind of plow through it without thinking. That's the only way to get it done for me. If I start thinking about it, I slow myself down.
I saw some of your designs for the logo, and I liked a lot of them, dude. Like I liked a lot of them, and I actually wanted to talk to you about them too, because
we definitely can get into.
They look really good. So everybody watching, you guys are going to be seeing some really cool stuff. I'm sure you shared a lot of the stuff with the guys in the chat, but that stuff is looking really, really good.
Just for whoever's watching, I'm aiming for like the stuff that I grew up on. I was a kid in the '80s. I grew up with the Saturday morning '80s cartoon stuff. So my stuff, my graphic novel, my book, even the logo itself is going to be like a retro kind of thing in homage to that era and the stuff that I love watching as a kid. So that's kind of the angle I'm taking on it. So
no, that's awesome
stuff.
Yeah, that's the good stuff, man. That's the fun stuff. You know what I mean? That's the fun stuff. See, it's I don't know, and I don't know how much you want to say about it, but it sounds like a really fun story that takes you back to that era.
Absolutely.
It definitely takes you back to that era. And I don't know if some of the designs that you were doing for the logo, you were thinking retro. I'm not sure if that's what you were
absolutely.
thinking.
That's my whole, that's my whole thing. Even from the logo to the actual look of the book and the colors I'm using, all of that is retro. All of that my mind has gone back to when I was 10 years old. You know what I mean? Back in the Saturday morning era. So definitely.
Now, do you think in terms of will it sell when you're doing something like that? Do you worry that maybe retro isn't something that's going to move? Or do you even worry about it? Do you even care?
I don't worry about it because I always come back to the point that if I love it, there's going to be somebody else out there that does too. That's always my go-to point. Yeah. My only thing originally for this whole senior thesis thing, I was going to do the other story, which was a slice of life type of story. And it was very serious, but it happened during the pandemic. I was working and it just was so serious. It made me like, it wasn't fun for me to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I got about 10, 12 pages done on that and I changed my mind. I was like, I need something uplifting, fun, something that I know I'm going to be in love with from beginning to end through this whole situation. And that's what this is, so.
Yeah. Nah, it's funny how different things can affect you, right? Like what's happening in the world around us can have an effect on your creative juices and what you're doing with that. So
art is always like a reflection or motivated by what's going on around in the world at the time that it's created. You know what I'm saying? It always has an influence. Whatever's going on around the world is always in real art. It just leaks in somehow,
Yeah. It's funny because we were talking. I was talking to Jonathan today, and we were talking about how that happens, right? How sometimes art imitates life, and it's infused into that.
Yeah.
I think I'm okay with that. As a writer, I think we need to do that sometimes. But sometimes what bothers me about it is when, like, the big two, for example, want to jump in on that bandwagon, and they change some of their main characters to suit to fit that mold, and that to me bothers me, because it's like, why? You don't need that.
It's almost like once they realize there's a price tag, there's cash involved, like money corrupts. Like they can turn the most innocent thing into like this machine, and then now all of a sudden it loses its flavor. With the original people, whoever it came from, we're just like put off by it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, really, this is what you guys are doing. You're monetizing this. It was so pure and good, and this is what you did to it. So I understand.
What are you talking about?
Just how we write
reality
what we know.
leaking into art, and how it becomes monetized, and how it can just become dirty and corrupt.
Yeah, exactly. It's unfortunate. I just think I think our generation grew up on values. And I remember, my mom always told me, your word is everything. Your word is everything. Your word is everything. And I think if you just live it and practice it, and you commit, people are gonna know based on your actions.
Absolutely.
Based on people are gonna know all around. And I think if it's business, keep it business. If you grew up, but at the same time, there are friends that I've seen that have grown up together from kids, and then when money came along, it tore that relationship up.
Well, we were just talking about fucking Kirkman. He knew this guy since 7th grade. How do you gyp somebody that that long out of? And it's money corrupts. Money does corrupt it.
Yeah, I have somebody in my family that grew up with his buddies since they were kids, come to put a business together, and now they're in court.
Damn. Yeah,
money
it
corrupts,
happens, bro. It happens. It happens. But I just think, like, and going back to just the creative side of that, right? Like, to me, write what you know, 100%. Write what you know. I think that if you do that, I think you're going to be successful if you're writing from the heart and all that other stuff. I just hate it when, like, the big companies want to get into that whole, into the money grab. It's like, oh, this is hot right now. Let's write about that. And it's like, it doesn't fit your,
it's like
your
trend,
story.
or it's style.
Yeah, it doesn't fit your story. Like, I'm looking at some of the old comics that I had from back in the days, and I don't know, maybe they did that and I was just too young to see it, but I'm reading some of these comics and I'm like, yo, dude, I love those storylines. Like, those are just really cool. And that's what made me want to do comics and do ongoing series. Everybody wants to do the ongoing series, which is something that Sam and I spoke about. It's hard for an independent company to continue or to do that, to do
it's
an
not realistically sustainable, bro. It's just not. Like, two guys cranking these issues out monthly. It's not sustainable. You need a team. You need to expand. You could start out that way, but at some point you got to hand off the baton. You know what I'm saying? It's not sustainable, not realistic.
I think that's the reason why why I felt, let me try to introduce Duty. Let's see what happens with that product. Same thing, George, with Wonderduck. I think, Forbidden had a mild reception. The Crazies, mild reception. And so it's like, all right, let's see which one's going to stick, that we can, because at some point there's got to be a return from the investment. There's got to be something that's coming in that's going to pop off, that's going to make it feel like you're doing the right thing. So it's like, all right, you know what, we have this other property, let's 2022, let's see what happens. Let's see what sticks. Right. And then we'll go from there. Because at the end of the game, we all want to do this for a living. And right now everything's coming out, nothing's coming in. So
you got ghosts
coming in.
I know. Get in there. This is like, get in there, leave me alone.
Yeah, it's like all my kids are back in the room.
I got my dog down here bugging me too. He was at my feet just now.
Yeah, so I think that's the biggest thing. Is like, at what point does because same thing with the podcast. At a certain point, something's got to jump off where it just where it isn't just the grind and no return. It can't just be because it's a feel good thing. But at the same token, that's why it's hard for independents, because finance comes into play, family comes into play, health comes into play, reality comes into play.
Real, it gets real
bills,
fast.
Yeah, all that stuff. So you know, I have an expiration date on the brokepreneur status, right? So there's a timeline for me for this. Something's got to pop off. So I think that's where, you know, we all have to just be honest with ourselves, be honest with the people we're around, and just hopefully celebrate at the end. You know, we all get to the finish line together. We can celebrate and toast. You know, until then, you have to grind, and you know that's why I say if you have a project, I did this on the Crazy 10. If you have a project, you don't need to broadcast it to the world. What you're doing on it, you're working on it on the DL, right?
Scenes.
When it's ready, boom. Now I'm ready. Because what happens is, if you say to the world, "I'm gonna do this," and you never do it, you got to face yourself.
Absolutely.
Forget the opinions. You got to face yourself. Because most of the time people broadcast it because we want the likes, we want, you know, the social accolades, all that stuff. That really doesn't mean anything, because at the end of it, you're still going and facing yourself in the mirror. It's like, I never even got it done. I told everybody I was going to do it. Yeah. So you don't need to broadcast it. You want to broadcast something? Do some daily sketches, show some artwork that you're doing, build up your social media following, get an audience going, blah, 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 blah. Talk about your favorite artists, all that stuff. And that's how you build it while you're working in the lab on, and nobody needs to know what you're doing.
Speak
and you know what? And part of that too is the legality of it, right? If you start putting stuff up there that isn't ready and somebody likes it and they have more money than you, they have more, they have more access to artists, writers, and things like that. They may like your idea, say, yo, you know what? I can turn that into something else, take it, and now it's theirs. And here you are still, you were showing all this stuff off and now it's no longer yours. Yeah. So, you have to make sure that you do all of that stuff as well.
Yeah, like I refuse to send my stuff to publishing companies where they make you sign something.
Yeah.
Saying weird, bro. You sign something if we, if we happen to publish something, blah blah blah. But you don't have the right to whatever because we could have created that before you send us the product or whatever. Yeah. I'm like, if you have to write that down, then there's something shady about your business.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And there's a lot of that out there, man. You gotta be careful.
I think that the biggest struggle, at least for me personally, is separating my everyday responsibilities and giving the art and creative stuff the importance it needs for me to want to work on it. Because sometimes I'll be like, it's more important to go do this with my family than to try to chase my dream and make this artwork happen. That shouldn't be the case. The dream should be just as important. It should be a priority, and I should want to work on it as equally as I want to input on everything else in my life. You know what I mean? That's always been I like to please, and I like to not, I like to do right by the people I love and in my circle. So I don't like to let them down, type of thing. And for that, sometimes I put my own stuff in the back burner too much. You know what I mean? That's my personal challenge and something that I'm in control of, that I know, I can stop. So that's to me the biggest thing. I don't even worry about like talking about it and not doing it, what people are going to say. That doesn't even enter my brain. This is what I see when I can touch in front of me is what I really worry about. You know what I mean? Like when George asked me before, do I think it's going to sell? Or like, no, I don't even worry. That doesn't enter my mind. I told George, if I like it and I'm doing it, I know there's going to be somebody out there that likes it too. So it'll sell.
That's why I believe you have to create for yourself.
Yeah.
And, it's like, for me, it's like, I'm not worried about people saying any opinions about whether my art style or whatever.
Or what's fashionable now, what's right. I don't even let that into my head.
If you think about it, nothing that we do individually or collectively is trendy, right? So you know what I'm saying, that's why we're independent. So I think when you create for yourself and you love what you do and you put your heart into it, you know what, even if one person picked it up, I'm happy. Boom. I'm just happy that I finished it.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest thing. And it's like if you're creating because you're trying to monetize something, but you really don't believe it because you're trying to you're trend chasing, and that's your gimmick. It's just like the ambulance chasers. That's the gimmick. Do you? But me, I'm looking at fulfilling my soul with something that I love doing.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah.
The creative process is a fickle thing, artistically, even if it's a job. Yeah, the passion has to be there. Absolutely.
Yeah, you have to love it. I mean,
you have to
love
love
creating.
Yeah, I love it.
I mean,
and that's what makes it so hard to walk away from it, because you love it so much. You love it so much, you're willing to, like, in a sense, hurt yourself. You know what I mean? Even if it's monetarily, just to do it, because You want to do it. What you're going through, Anibal, when you say that struggle is because you don't want to fail your fam.
Yeah.
You're doing something that selfishly you love, because selfishly you love it. If you were by yourself, I'm sure you'd be cranking that stuff out at your pace whenever you want.
Yep.
That's what we take most of the time, selfishly, right? But because you have these other people in your life, you have to now split yourself.
It's tough, man. It's tough to like to put a back burner on your own thing that you feel so excited about, and you have to say, I got to give up my time, and it's just as important to them. They want me there for a reason, and I'm important to them, and I got to show. You know what I'm saying? It's tough, man. You could easily just say, "I don't bother me. I don't want to be." But
I'm doing this for us.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's wrong. I think I've used that line too. This is for us. I do here. This is for everybody. Okay.
This is for everybody.
It's tough, man. That really is.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you throw Peacemaker in the background and watching that for a little while.
Yeah, right.
Because you just want time for yourself. I just want time for myself.
Hey, I gotta unwind first before I start doing the songs, right?
Dude, I do that shit all the time. I can't wait for the next episode tomorrow.
Yeah, I didn't know when they were. I thought they were on Tuesdays. I was checking for it yesterday or whatever, Wednesday, yesterday, whatever. I'm like, what?
It's Thursday. Yeah. The Mandalorian. Boba Fett comes out on Wednesdays, and then Peacemaker on Thursdays.
Okay.
Yeah, so that'll be out tomorrow. I gotta check out the new Boba. I haven't seen that yet.
Oh man.
But yeah, guys, this is good.
Yeah, it was a great conversation. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I mean, I think moral of the story, guys, get those contracts, sign those contracts. Don't get duped.
Yep.
And don't sign anything that says work for hire when you know you were the creator of the book.
Yeah, man.
Don't do it. Okay, how many drinks you've had? Don't do it.
Yeah. I think that's the bit. Yeah. Don't do it. And if someone's willing to take the time to give you a legal document that's official, it's more than a few pages, you know what? You do the right thing and go and then do the same. Go get counsel, because that in itself is your red flag.
Yeah,
that's flag number one.
Yeah, why are you giving me this, bro?
Yeah, so what's up? I thought we were good. Why do I need this for?
Yeah, we have a contract.
Since you went there, I'm gonna go here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm just saying, it's like, yo, Carlito, can you read this?
Carlito.
I can't read this. Yo no sé.
What is this? Thou, thy.
I know.
If it's a business, treat it like a business. You know what I mean?
That's it.
Treat it like a business, it's especially when you're dealing with, again, it's like money corrupts, and I've seen it 1,000 times over. It's like, you'll stop. Just do the right thing. I mean, that's why I believe. That's why like Keanu Reeves is the exception, bro. That guy makes money hand over fist. You know what? He, because of COVID, they had to like downsize the staff. He's like, you know what? He paid them all out of his pocket, out of his earnings.
Yeah,
he's saying. His stuntman, he got them all Harley Davidsons.
Yeah, he's known for that.
You know what I'm saying? The things that he does, and he doesn't broadcast it, is the people that are benefiting from it that are telling the world, "This, can you believe what he did for me?"
Yeah.
But that's what and it's his character.
Yeah,
he rides the train in New York City.
Yeah,
his character. He's like, I don't need an entourage. I don't need a freaking Lamborghini. I'm gonna just do me. And I think that's when you know somebody's character, you're in good hands. When you're not sure. And I'm sure there were signs, but we always overlook it. Nah, it's not gonna do to me. Nah, it can't be. And then it's like, what the hell? ¿Qué pasó?
Yeah, word.
Yeah,
absolutely, fellas. This has been great. Thank you guys, everyone, for coming on and checking us out for the last hour and a half. We've had some good times. We gotta do this shit again, man. Anibal, you gotta come on, man.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man, we gotta get Johnny
monthly, like we,
Yeah, dude. Whenever
you got an open invite, homie.
Yeah, first Wednesday of every month, we're here.
Once I'm ready with the stuff that I want to promote, I'll come on as a guest, and you guys can ask away, and I'll be promoting soon. So it actually has a date on it in terms of when I have to do it by. So it'll be spring. You know what I mean? So that's gonna happen.
Cool. And then we got to get Jonathan back on here. The return of the Cyfax.
Yes.
The return of the Cyfax. Let's see when that happens. Putting a splash page together. This chat was writing with me. All right. That's what's up, man.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm glad. I'm happy, man. I can't wait to see what else you guys got from Technigods. I can't wait to see issue number 3. So big shout out to you guys. Good job working on that stuff. And Dan Price with Bigfoot Knows Karate. Big shout out to you.
That's a title.
That's a title. Bigfoot Knows Karate, baby.
Yeah.
So it's a good book, dude. It's a good
I
book.
did a box in the box on it.
Yeah, it's an awesome book. So guys got to check that out. And Johnny, whatever you're working on, let us know next time you're on.
Yes.
And who else was on here? Krista J made a comeback. Crystal.
Oh yeah, we had a squad. We had Spooky T,
squad,
Crystal. It came for the radio. Mark Torres.
Big shout out to Mark.
Round popped in and they dropped out. They're like, "Hello, goodbye." They're like Lenny and Squiggy. "Hello, goodbye." Let's see who else we had. Let's see. I'm going all the way to the top.
Yeah, so check out Sebastian and Nerds of the Round. They're on Tuesday nights. I was on there last night. We had a good time talking about.
Yeah, what's up, Steve Bass? When am I coming on and talk about duty? What's up with that? Yes, I'm going
hey, listen, I extended the invitation to those guys. They can come on. We can talk about nerd stuff whenever they want, so they can come on the show as well. And you know, we'll do that up. Who else was on there at the beginning of the chat? I can't even remember. But yeah, no, big shout out to everybody, man. And we're almost at 1,000, Sam. That road to 1,000. Subscribe, like, comment, do all that fun stuff.
Yeah,
we're having a good time out here.
It's real, you know, and you know, we're at 539 now. So we thank you everybody for supporting us. Again, we're gonna get there. We're getting close to the 400th episode in a few weeks. That's crazy. That's crazy. So that's like what the fludge. And you know, and I think we got people on the calendar all the way through April, which is crazy.
Now is that 400 from the time you started way back when, or is that 400 from the restart?
400 interviews total.
From the time you started, okay.
From way back, yeah.
Since we came back, I believe we did 300 shows.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I think we had like 100 shows in the pipeline, whatever.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
man, that's a lot of shows. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Wow. Committed.
We will hit 500 at the end of the year of this year. 500 interviews.
That'll be nice. That'll be nice.
Because we interview, I think, like about 5 people a week. It's crazy.
I know, dude. It's nuts, bro.
You'll hit well over 100.
Yeah.
It's by those numbers, yeah.
Loco in the Coco.
He said loco in the Coco. Yes, Sammy. So yeah, let's close it out. Let's close it out.
Yeah. So again, don't forget everybody that there's an alien in my toilet. You know, it's kept popping off on the 15th of February, the launch page, the sign up for the party is going to be huge. We have a special guest all the way from Uranus that's coming here to introduce duty to the world. You don't want to miss that. We got some product unveilings. We have a whole lot of stuff. It's going to be crazy. We got a new animated trailer. It's going to, and again, if you're a dupster and you signed up for the campaign, if you're one of the 72 people that signed up for the launch, post something on social media, tag me, because the dudesters are going to get a special gift. And the way to find out what that gift is on the live launch party. So are you a dudester? Go out there, share the link. The link is in the summary. Sign up today. The launch page is active. We got 13 days. 13 days in duty. He is on his way to Earth, bro.
February 15th.
Yes. He needs 20 more. He needs 28 more recruits to fill up his ship. He has 100 seats. There's 72 seats already taken. It cost him 280 uranium chips to travel from Uranus to Earth. To justify that amount of money, he needs 28 more soldiers. So are you going to be number 73 today? Sign up.
73.
Sign up. But yeah. And then why wouldn't you want to sign up and get yourself a Medina cover? That's a rare find, bro.
Man,
that's a rare find. That cover right there, son. I need it.
Where was this from?
That was 2005.
That was 05, 06.
Yeah, buddy.
Time flies, bro. Time flies.
Time flies when you're having fun. But yeah. Who doesn't want to get a Medina? And don't forget, on top of that, there's also the Adventures of Wonderduck.
The Adventures of Wonderduck. Yes, that is coming out in May. May the 4th be with you. May 4th, launching the campaign. Right now, there's a pre-launch page that's up. Sign up. We have a few already signed up. I've sent out a couple of PDFs. So what I'm doing is basically for everybody who signs up, if you signed up to the campaign, I'm going. I'm going. Just let me know that you signed up. Go to the Adventures of Wonderduck right there on Instagram. Tell me you signed up, and I will send you a PDF of a print that's going to be exclusive to you guys for signing up early. And then when the campaign goes live, and if you decide to pledge to the campaign, then I will send you a printed 8x10 of that print in your order as a thank you for coming on board early. So that's happening. And that's what we got going on, man.
There's even a bigger reason to sign up.
Uh-oh.
George is launching it the day after his birthday.
Oh, the birthday, yes.
I'm just saying.
May the 4th.
He's pretty smart. He's like, he threw it. He's like, yo,
don't give me any gifts.
Cumpleaños.
I don't need gifts. I'm too old for gifts. Just pledge to my campaign.
Very strategic there, Mr. Medina. Very strategic. I like that. I like that.
You're good, you. You're good, you. You're good, you.
Oh, yes.
So we're gonna have a good time, and the rest of the year is gonna be fun. I can't wait for your stuff to come out. Come on and promote it.
I promise.
Yeah. So hopefully all 4 of us, even Jonathan, hopefully he'll have something by the end of the year, a new book, and then we can all do that all together, man. Like I told you guys at the beginning of the year, I just want us to finish stuff. Let's just get some stuff finished and get some stuff printed and published out there together. So So that's what we got. Well played.
Well played. Yeah.
That's what we got. So there's another episode of Catch the Craze with the boys, the crew, minus one. But thank you, Johnny, for showing love in the chat. And we have another episode Friday, and check out What's in the Box tomorrow. And with that said, thank you, Anibal, for coming on today. I'm Sam the Crazy Man, Vera.
Medina.
And Anibal Arroyo, and we are out.
It's just easy. It's not.
Crazy.
Acquiesce.
No, I was talking about my friend Acquiesce. I met him. Say my name, right?
This is what you were thinking?
He described me. He said, I'm the
What? Catch the Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze. Catch the Craze. You are listening to Catch the Craze on Catch the Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze.
Candy girl.